Today, the Portland Trail Blazers come home after a 2-1 road trip to face the Milwaukee Bucks, and they'll have another opportunity to get back to 500. This is the game preview for tonight's game, and it's presented by BetOnline. Use the promo code BELIEVE for a 50% reward bonus. At the end of this video, I will have an over-under pick, parlay pick, and spread pick, as I always do, and that you can find on BetOnline. Also, later today, we will be having Blazers Uprise live at 3:30 p.m. on our second channel. We'll talk any trade rumors or anything that goes down, and we'll also have picks against the spread, which is us picking games based on BetOnline spreads. Also, if there's a trade that goes down at any point before our trade deadline stream on Thursday, we will go live as soon as possible. And of course, our trade deadline stream will go live in the morning on trade deadline day. That is Thursday. I can't believe it's already here. Anyway, let's jump into this preview for the game tonight as the Bucks head into town as a formidable Eastern Conference opponent. If the Bucks win this game, they'll be 20 games above 500. They've won 9 out of their last 10, but they've been much better at home than on the road. They're about a 500 road team, which is obviously pretty good. They're 23-5 at home. The Bucks have already beaten the Blazers once this year, a blowout win in Milwaukee. Let's take a look at the metrics, and surprisingly, the Bucks are a bottom 10 offense. They've missed Chris Middleton for the good part of this year, but it's still surprising given the fact that Giannis has played most of the season as well as Jrue Holiday. Both those guys are all-stars, Jrue Holiday being a surprise pick. The reason the Bucks are so good is because their defense carries them. They have the second best defensive rating in the entire NBA. Their net rating is 7th best. They've won some close games this year. They're pretty good in crunch time. They're a great rebounding team. They rank 2nd in rebound percentage. And with the Blazers missing Yusuf Nurkic again tonight, they're going to have a tall order keeping the Bucks off the glass. Now let's look at shot distribution. The Bucks shoot a ton of threes, and outside of Giannis, don't get to the rim much at all. They also don't get to the free throw line a lot. The Blazers still might have the best offensive shot profile of any team in the league. The Blazers are currently about average at the rim and from mid-range, but they are a top 10 three-point shooting team and a top 10 free throw shooting team. This gives them the 6th best true shooting percentage. Meanwhile, Milwaukee is far less efficient because they don't make mid-range shots. And while they don't get to the line, they also don't make free throws when they're there. They rank 2nd to last in the league in free throw percentage. The free throw line is going to be an area that the Blazers need to win tonight in order to take care of this tough Bucks team. Let's look at some miscellaneous offensive numbers. The Bucks make up for their poor offense with a lot of offensive rebounds, and they're average in terms of pace. Defensively, as I said, the Bucks are phenomenal. They're the best team in the league at forcing mid-range shots. They don't give up a ton of threes. They don't give up a ton of shots at the rim, and they don't foul much. The Blazers, on the other hand, at least have gotten out of last place in terms of opponent rim rate. They've been 30th there for a while. Now they're 29th. So good for them. Now let's take a look at opponent efficiency. The Bucks do a really good job protecting the rim, not giving up a high percentage there. Same thing for the three-point line with them. The Blazers are average at the rim, but don't defend the three-point line well. However, they give up threes at the 8th lowest rate, so that helps to mitigate some of the issues there. Some additional defensive numbers, the Blazers are all the way down in 26th in adjusted defensive rating. I miss the days when I was talking about how the Blazers are actually an average defense. We're right back to where we've always been. One thing to note about the Bucks is they don't turn teams over. They rank dead last in opponent turnover percentage. The Blazers have been taking better care of the ball lately, but the Bucks don't rely on turnovers. If the Blazers get sloppy like they have at times this year, it basically makes this game almost unwinnable for Portland. Now let's take a look at the bench. The Blazers in the past 10 games have had a really good bench, and that's because they're healthier. The Bucks have a solid bench as well. Former Blazers Joe Ingles and Pat Connaughton, some of the time at least, come off the bench for the Bucks. Joe Ingles has had some really good moments this year. He's been hit or miss though. Of course, he came back from that ACL injury. As far as the injury report for both teams, the Blazers injury report has grown. Yusuf Nurkic, as I said, is still out. So is Ibubaji, but he wouldn't play if he was healthy. Greg Brown is in the G League right now, and Justice Winslow is still nursing that ankle injury. Drew Eubanks and Gary Payton II are probable. Meanwhile, for the Bucks, out is Bobby Portis, who has hurt the Blazers in previous matchups. Serge Ibaka is currently not with the team. AJ Green, the basketball player, not the football player, is in the G League, and Giannis Antetokounmpo is probable. Obviously, if Giannis missed this game, that would be a huge help for the Blazers' chances to win it. Speaking of Giannis, he's been phenomenal the past 7 games, averaging 39 points per game, 15 rebounds and 5 assists in only 33 minutes. In this stretch, he's getting to the line 15 times per game. Insane numbers from him. He is 2nd in the league in finishing talent and is almost unstoppable if you let him get downhill. He likes to drive with his left and spin to his right, and the Blazers have struggled giving up drives all season long, so I expect Giannis to feast against this Blazers D. The Bucks' second All-Star, as I said, is Drew Holiday. He had some people raising their eyebrows at his name being called at the All-Star selection show, but he has been really good in his secondary role for the Bucks this season. 91st percentile in LeBron and 93rd percentile in estimated plus minus. He's a 3-level scorer at this point in his career while being one of the top point of attack defenders in the league. 96th percentile in on-ball defense, 94th percentile in screen navigation, and this is with him being in the 99th percentile for matchup difficulty, meaning he gets the toughest matchups on a night in, night out basis. It's going to be interesting to see if Dame is able to get going against him, because in the past 10 games, of course, Dame has been practically unguardable. Meanwhile, Javon Carter has played himself into a rotation spot for the Milwaukee Bucks, shooting 40% from 3 and being an elite point of attack defender. He's ranked first in the league in on-ball defense despite being 6 foot without shoes. That's impressive, and the Bucks could elect to play him with Drew Holiday to defend Damian Lillard and Anthony Simons. Drew Holiday isn't the only really good point of attack defender on this team. This is why the Bucks are so good defensively. Keys for the game for the Blazers will be to get Dame going against Drew Holiday. Against this Bucks defense, the Blazers gotta score against it. The key will be to not let Drew have a good defensive game against Dame, whether that's utilizing Dame more off the ball, running him off screens, trying to put the Bucks in situations where they have to switch or get cross-match, potentially by pushing the pace in transition. The Blazers gotta do whatever they can to get Dame going. Of course, Anthony Simons, Jeremy Grant need to have things going as well, but I think the Dame versus Drew Holiday matchup is the key to this game for the Blazers. They have to win that matchup on the offensive end. And I mean, this one's also obvious, but a key to the game will be slowing down Giannis. Honestly, I'll be happy if the Blazers hold him under 40 points. And the final key is to win the rebounding battle against a really good rebounding Milwaukee Bucks team. As far as matchups go, I think Jeremy Grant against Giannis Antetokounmpo makes a lot of sense. Josh Hart will probably guard Chris Middleton, which makes a lot of sense. And then Dame can guard Drew Holiday, as Dame defends strong guards decently compared to some of the more athletic, quick twitch guys like a Ja Morant. Now let's head over to BetOnline and pick this game. The Milwaukee Bucks are 4.5-point road favorites. I'm going to take the Bucks in that one. I'm going to pick this game later today on Picks Against the Spread, but I'm just going to spoil it because I don't know how the Bucks are only 4.5-point favorites. I think they are much better than this Blazers team, especially with the Blazers playing without Yusuf Nurkic. Over-under for this game is 239.5. I'm actually going to take the under, with Milwaukee being a really good defensive team. As far as the parlay goes, I'm going to take Giannis having at least 40 points and at least 3 3-point field goals made. I think it's very likely he has 40 points, but 3 3-point field goals is obviously a bit of a stretch, but you're getting plus 1100 odds on that parlay pick. So if Giannis can hit 3 threes, then you're probably getting a real nice payout. And if you use that promo code BELIEVE, then you're getting a really nice payout because you'll receive 50% rewards. BLEAV. With that being said, that's a wrap for this game preview. Let me know what you think going into tonight's matchup against the Bucks. Do you think the Blazers can win it? Give me a final score prediction down in the comment section below. Also, if you find a parlay pick that you really like on BetOnline, feel free to share that as well. We'll have you covered with the post-game show later tonight, Blazers Uprise Live later today as well, and I've been dropping content over on our NBA channel, NBA Uprise, link in the description box below. Go subscribe to that channel. We're trying to get that thing to 1,000 subs, and I've been proud of the content we've been putting out there. I gave a reaction to the Kyrie Irving trade yesterday on that channel. Anyway, that's a wrap. I'm out of here. I'll catch you later tonight. Until then, as always, peace out. Go Blazers.